Hey guys, today we're going to do a review of the Pretérito and the Imperfecto because you need this information before you enter Spanish 4. So the form I'll be teaching in will be this chart where all the singular pronouns will be on the left and the plurals will be on the right. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, and then the ellos, ellas, and ustedes form. We don't really care about the vosotros form at PESH, so we're not going to discuss it. So pretérito. You're going to break it up into two groups, AR, IR, and ER, and you need to remember the endings. So for AR verbs, you're going to have a, aste, o, amos, and aron. For IR, iste, io, imos, and ieron. Now you have to pay attention to the accents because they are crucial. One, your teacher will probably take off points, and two, if you don't have the accent, it completely changes the meaning of the word. So notice that the accents for AR verbs in the pretérito form will be on the yo in the él, ella, usted form, and the same goes for the IR and ER. So let's do an example on how to conjugate it. Taking this verb, hablar, first all you have to do, take off the ending, and then add whichever ending applies to whichever pronoun you're referring to. So if I was going to say that ellos talked, ellos you would do aron. Ellos hablaron. If I want to do nosotros, you would do hablamos. Nosotros hablamos. And you just keep on doing that, and the same occurs for IR and ER verbs. And here's a chart if you want to see how they're all conjugated. Now for the imperfecto, you have different endings. You have aba, abas, aba, abamos, aban, ia, ias, ia, iamos, and ian. Notice the accents now, they're different. You only have one accent, and that's on the nosotros form, but you have to be careful because it's only on the first A. And most people forget that the nosotros form in imperfecto has an accent. For the IR for verbs, you have accents on all of them. Also notice that the imperfecto form, your yo and él, ella, usted forms have the same ending, aba and ia. Now let's do an example. Taking the same verb, hablar, if I wanted to say yo in the yo form, then I would do hablaba. That's also the same for the él and ella usted. If I want to do tú, I'll use hablabas. Now it sounds kind of funny, but that's how it works. And here's a chart for all of them conjugated. Now the main question is, when do you use which? Pretérito versus imperfecto. Now there's no set way on how to memorize it, but you have to keep on practicing. And there are some trigger words though. So for example, all the beginnings and endings like empezar and terminar will always use pretérito. Narrations like finished actions, like when you're telling a story, you will use pretérito. When you have a specific time frame, like it tells you when it occurs, then you will use pretérito. For imperfecto, it will be a continuous action, like you don't know when it ends. Habits, like someone used to do this. Weather, time, descriptions, like when you're setting the scene, and when you have undefined time frame. Sometimes it's ambiguous and you can use both of them, but you have to be aware of the main differences. And that's it for today.